It's a comparatively simple exercise when a town wants to go into a new industry. Find a site, build a factory, and you're in business. But when a town like Holyhead, which already has a thriving port, wants to go into the fishing industry, all sorts of snags crop up. And the major one is, where can the fish be landed? At first glance, there appears to be plenty of berths available for a large fishing fleet, but every one of the berths is reserved for British rail ships, for they own most of the port. Throughout its history, the fishing industry has never really caught on at Holyhead. British Rail, with its fleet of 8 cargo and passenger ships plying between Holyhead and Ireland, has dominated everything else in the port. But after a highly successful herring season a few weeks ago, when a fleet of fishing boats landed a large quantity of fish here, it was realised that Holyhead could possibly play a major part in the fishing industry. Already moves have started. Holyhead Council officials have met representatives of the Fish Merchants Associations and the Billingsgate branch of the Transport and General Workers Union in order to try to work something out. And the outcome of the meeting was that Billingsgate could take any quantity of fish from Holyhead, providing it was of good quality, and past experience has showed that Holyhead's fish is of superior quality. Negotiations for the transport of fish from Holyhead to London have been completed, and most important of all, the experts agree that Holyhead would be an ideal base to establish the fishing industry. But with the best will in the world, the fishing industry cannot be established by the stroke of a pen or a series of successful meetings. A place must be found for the fish to be landed, iced and packed, ready for transportation. 3 sites have been put forward by the council. The obvious first choice was the town's public quay, where a few weeks ago the herring boats landed their catch. But the public quay, by an Act of Parliament, is open to all vessels, and accommodation is strictly limited. There would hardly be room for a fleet of 20 fishing boats, as well as other vessels who might wish to berth here, as they have every right to do so. Another site put forward is Salt Island, from where the car ferry to Ireland sails every summer. But Salt Island is owned again by British Rail, who have been granted planning permission for the development of Salt Island. The time could come when a motel might be built on the island, and a fishing industry nearby would hardly be appropriate for tourists. The third site is at the start of Holyhead's mile and 3/4 long breakwater. At first glance, this would appear to be an ideal site. It is far from the town, and there is room for the building of the necessary ice plant. The only difficulty is that the place, again, is owned by British Rail, and their permission would have to be secured before any development could take place here. These, then, are the 3 possible sites for starting a new industry in Holyhead. Next March, the fishing fleet returns to the town for a short season, but if these 3 sites, or any one of them, could be utilised and the difficulties removed, then there is no reason why the fish could not be landed at Holyhead throughout the year and bring a prosperous industry to the town.